Hi guys, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Selling as we do cars that are around about sort of 10 years plus. A lot of them with over 100,000 miles on them. We try and keep the price down as much as we can for customers. But certain cars I always can sell with confidence, or a degree of confidence more than others. And one of the best cars I find, certainly in the sort of price range that we do, are Hondas in general. And this is a 2013 Honda Civic. It's done 126,000 miles. But they're just so well engineered, these cars are. So in my opinion, if you're looking for a car on a budget, something like this is perfect. This is the 1.6 diesel and cheap tax, very good on fuel, but just a really well sorted car, and something that is not going to be just cheap to buy and cheap to run, but also cheap to maintain, because these cars are built to last. So I'll take you through this one and we can look at some of the pros, maybe some of the cons. But these are pretty good in my boat, so let's have a look. So this generation of Civic, it continued from the one that was quite space age looking, with the little light bar on the front, or the clear bar on the front. I think they went a little bit more mainstream when they adapted that shape to bring this generation out. It's still a good looking car, it's still got that sort of wedge shape to it. This being a 2013 model, and the diesel, it falls into the cheaper tax bracket. It's only £20 a year to tax this. It's the 1.6 I-DTEC model. Very, very good performance on it as well. It's quite surprisingly a nippy engine. They always tend to be though in Hondas, but also very, very cheap to run. And as you can see, it's quite a good looking thing. It's in metallic grey. Still got the little hidden door handles in the back to give it a bit of a free door effect from the side. Makes it look a little bit sporty. But it's kind of toned down from the generation before it. The generation before was a bit of a Marmite car. You either loved it or hated it. It was the one with those triangular exhaust pipes at the back. They were replaced by these reflectors on it, which, okay, might be a little bit more, a bit less exciting, but a bit more honest perhaps. It's a 1.6 diesel, it's not a performance car by any stretch, this isn't. But what it is a very, very good family car, because the seating arrangements in these is brilliant. It folds, the back seats fold completely flat, like they do in all Hondas. It's really well thought out. It makes them hugely practical and surprisingly spacious as well. But the real reason I love these, obviously being in the trade, is that I sell them with confidence. I don't have many issues with these as after sales problems. And in the price range of cars that we sell, you know, that's our biggest bugbear really, is that we struggle sometimes to even break even on some cars because of the fact that we've got to spend money on them to get them up to standard to sell. And then we've also got to ensure that they're right for the first few months under warranty. And you know, it's a bit of a balancing act trying to do that. So Hondas and cars like that, I've tended to find over the course of doing this job, are among the best in terms of reliability. And, you know, in the long run, they tend to cost me less money to put right. And that means they're going to cost you less money in the longer term to own. So that's the reason I love them. The car's done 126,000 miles, but as you can see, bodywork on it is very, very good. A couple of very small little nicks in the paintwork where doors have been opened, and a little bit of a faint line there where someone scuffed that back bumper, but certainly nothing to worry about. What I have done on this car prior to shooting this video is had all four wheels refurbished professionally. It does tend to be the case on these cars that the wheels deteriorate really badly on Japanese cars. The reason for that is that in Japan they do not have salt on their roads, so when they come over here, the salt gets up under the lacquer on the alloy wheels, and well, they end up looking awful. But I've had them refurbished, and now that they're done, they're powder coated, they've been stripped right back, these should wear really well and last really well, better than in fact the original finish. So I'll show you the last one, just as we've gone around all of them. Not a huge set of wheels on this one. They are 16-inch, but they do look very good now. They're nice and bright, and they tend to fit in with the car. You have got these plastic mouldings around the wheel arches. That tends to save the bodywork quite a lot on these. You don't tend to have any rust issues on these cars, which is good. generally just very, very hard wearing things. And of course the mechanicals on Honda are just legendary for their reliability. I also find them, though, quite good to drive. They're a bit more inspiring than your Astras and your Peugeots. They're a bit more engaging to drive. This one's got, I think, about 120 horsepower, so it's no slouch. It's not a particularly heavy car either, so yeah, fair play to it. Previous owner of this car, he'd looked after it really well, in fairness. And aside from the alloy wheels, we haven't had to spend anything cosmetically on the car. As I say, there's a little bit of, if you look hard, sort of stone chips. And perhaps little chips where people have opened doors into it over the years, but overall it's pretty good. I've never quite, and I'm sure these are something to do with the stability. The Honda added those to this design when they developed it from the model before, and it increases stability at speeds. But quite an odd little addition, that spoiler. So here is the back. Now, what's unusual about this one, compared to every other Honda Civic I've ever seen, is it's actually got a spare wheel in here. Someone's put a space saver wheel in there, which is quite handy. But normally this boot floor can be moved downwards and extended to make the boot a bit bigger. You can fold those seats completely flat to this floor, and it does make for a huge space inside the car. There is a bit of a load lip there, but it does mean that you've got plenty of boot room in here. Bigger than a Focus, bigger than an Astra, I think bigger than a Golf. So very, very practical. Now let's have a look in the back. So this has got a sort of quite a deep pile velour type interior trim. Quite nice, actually. It's got ISOFIX points at the rear and a fold down armrest complete with cup holders. So quite accommodating. As I say, these seats are very easy to fold. There's just a little switch up by here. You pull and they go down, and with the headrest down it will fold completely flat. I'm not going to put it all the way down now. That floor there is actually got room underneath it for things. There's room underneath there for your feet as well. So this car's far more accommodating than most cars in this sector because of clever design. It's just, in my opinion, better thought out than any other car. See, that goes up like that. You can even fold that seat up like that to have more room in there for storage underneath. It's just things that other manufacturers don't do. You've got the cup holders in the middle, you've got bottle holders on the side, you've got electric windows front and rear. It's you know, it's not genius, it's just clever. It's just well thought out. Good design. And I've always liked Honda's design language. And that continues when I get to the front of the car, because I've got this quite space age looking dashboard, pretty much the same as you got on the older generation, just modernised a little bit. A few extra little tweaks here and there. Let's just jump in behind the wheel and we'll show you. You sit nice and low in this car, and you've got this digital speedo, which we'll put the car on in a minute to show you, up above, with the 3 dials here, which are more analog looking. Let's turn it on to show you. You see, that's the view from the driver's seat. So we've got a nice rev counter in the centre, along with the fuel and the temperature either side of it, and then a digital speedo right at the top. And that's nice and easy because it's right in your line of view, so you can always see what speed you're doing and not get caught out, so there's no excuses. This car's got climate control. Not standard on all Civics, but on this model we have got a climate control system, which works fantastically well. Dual controls for passenger and driver as well, which again is an added bonus. I've got heated door mirrors as well as a heated rear window on that switch by there. And then I've got a CD stereo, which has also got Bluetooth compatibility. Moving on to the steering wheel, we have got a trip computer and the stereo controls, along with, on the right hand side, cruise control. So a pretty well equipped car this. Extra buttons by here for my phone as well. It's quite well thought out inside. Everything's easy to get to and easily and well thought out. It might look like there's a lot going on here, but actually it comes very natural to you behind the wheel in this Honda to sort of be driving it. We've got a 6-speed manual gearbox as well. That's got a nice throw to it. It feels very precise, and the car pulls really, really well through the gears. If you're looking at Honda Civics, especially diesel ones, one thing that you need to be aware of is to listen out for the dual mass flywheel. Make sure there's no weird noises when you depress the clutch, and no change in engine tone or rattles. That can show that there's a dual mass flywheel on its way out, and they're quite expensive. This one's perfect. We've got other little toys like retractable door mirrors. Look at that. Just neat little features that you do not get in other cars. You know, this car is designed as a frugal family car, and it does that job extremely well, but it also feels a little bit special in here. I do feel a little bit more looked after in here than I am in the equivalent Vauxhall, Peugeot, Citroen, Ford. Even compared to a Volkswagen, I think this car, it's got a lot better equipment level for less money. So, you know, they're good value, these Hondas are. Add to the fact this one's in the cheap tax bracket because it was registered in 2013, and cars registered before 2017 were taxed off their emission class, not off just a general tax rate. This is £20 a year to tax here in the UK. You know, that makes it one of the cheapest cars that you can tax. Insurance is pretty friendly too. There's nothing not to like. So if you're in the market for something that's got room for 5 people and their luggage, but is going to be cheap to run and isn't a Ford Focus or a Vauxhall Astra, buy a Civic. You won't be disappointed, because having sold these over a 25-year career, I can honestly say all Hondas are just the most reliable car in their class. Honda and Toyota are the 2 manufacturers I will always go straight to if I'm looking for something that's going to be reliable and just a good ownership experience. So, you may disagree. Maybe you do agree. Comment below and let me know. Let me know if you've had a Honda Civic and how your ownership experience was. How did you find it? I'd be really keen to find out. You know, I can tell you from a car dealer point of view, these cars are very well thought of in the trade and generally quite desirable. I would personally always recommend them to friends and family if they're looking for a car this sort of size, but you can't beat sort of past ownership experience. So if you've had one of these, please let us know about it. And well, thanks very much for watching the video. Can I just say, if you've enjoyed watching and you haven't already subscribed, can you hit the subscribe button for us? It means a lot. Can you also hit the notifications, and you'll be kept informed of what we got coming in. Please give this video a like if you've watched it and you've enjoyed it, and feel free to comment below and let us know your thoughts on these cars. Is this the car you would buy if you were looking to buy a under £5,000 family car? Diesel. I mean, it's for me a serious contender as the best car in that segment. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your ownership experiences have been, and any other thoughts that you got. Thanks ever so much for watching anyway. Have a great day wherever you are. Hope to see you very soon, and bye for now.